Hi, everyone. First of all, thanks for taking out your time. I know how each educationist is busy. I am being myself educationist. Myself, Sumit. I hail from Jammu. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm an IIT-BHU alumnus, work in space of agentic AI, work in space of education from past 7 years. This has been our journey, been featured in Economic Times, Forbes, Times for our work. And my co-founder, Vikas, he's also an IIT-BHU alumnus. We used to think differently. That's what we want from next generation also. Next Google should come from India. And we should be able to build products that are even better than them. That's when the actual India will grow. That's how we will be growing. Now, my other two co-founders, Ajay, he's president of Edelweiss. If you have heard about Anthropic, he's the guy who saved Anthropic when they raised $500 million. So we are into education, technology, investing. Coming to first, consciousness. Larry Page said something very interesting. Cognitive ability is not limited to humans. Here somebody was talking about AGIs, like we will have intelligence that is as similar as humans, but still there are a lot of challenges to that. I'll tell you why. The biggest challenge is it's not a technology challenge, engineers can build everything, it's a biology challenge. We don't understand our brain well. So probably to program a brain, we need to understand our brain well as well. But we are able to train synthetic agents or synthetic brains in last 5 years. That's how you are able to see AI. Okay, how many of you think ChatGPT has cognitive ability? How many of you use ChatGPT? How many of you think it has cognitive ability? Few of you. Okay, so what AI today primarily does, 80% is not intelligence, it's indexing. What Google did 10 years back. So if I talk about indexing, probably you run a query, it goes through the large language data, it processes it. So its data is spaced in large vectors. Primarily 80 to 90% of AI that you see is indexing. It's not intelligence, but although we have been using indexing to a larger context, the future will be AI agents, and then we will form AGIs. I have two companies in these spaces. One on the left side is Planto.ai, where I work with enterprises like Jio, Tata. We give them end-to-end in-house solutions for tech. So on the left side, the AI is writing the code. The second thing which we are trying to build is agentic HR and trying to build manufacturing in India where there can be 3D holo boxes where the HR avatar can be completely done by AI. That is how the transformation in AI is happening currently in our country. Now, if you talk about the layer, there is a chip layer, there is a large language model layer, there is a hosting layer, and then there is an application layer. Application layer is somewhere where our students will be primarily learning. Of course, Google has built all the layering structures, but at each structure, there are a lot of companies that are working in those spaces. For example, in large language models, there is Llama, there is DeepSeek, there is OpenAI. In chips, we have NVIDIA that gives H200. So what I feel as an educational institutions, we need to diversify our knowledge, diversify our pool talent so we can conquer each of the states in our country itself. The second graph is about how AI will transform the jobs. The jobs are primarily repetitive, non-repetitive, cognitive, non-cognitive. Except the last part, AI will be everywhere. So AI will be now into cognitive and repetitive also, and cognitive and non-repetitive as well. This is a breakdown of every year of Y Combinator. Y Combinator is a leading accelerator. Now, the theory is irrespective of stream, education, manufacturing, enterprise, legal. The blue chart is total companies they have intaken, and the green chart is about companies with AI. So the global accelerator of the world is primarily focusing in every segment, AI-driven companies. It doesn't matter whether you're into manufacturing, whether you're into retail, whether you're into processes. AI will be a baseline of building that company. When I mean by AI does not mean platform. Now, reimagine a legal company that is primarily doing end-to-end processes with AI. Now, one thing I want every educationist to think is not from QS or NRF perspective. The average tuition fee in India is way lesser. We have to take care of our problem statements, how we can take care of our problems. We cannot have 1:20 teachers to student ratio in the classes. You cannot get good faculties from that. So we built Asia's first AI-enabled campus 4 years back. This was awarded by CM Gujarat. So what the thought process was, there are two processes to it. Guys, I took 2 minutes extra for explaining the basic thing. Now I'll talk about the product. So maybe you can give me more time. First, introducing AI as a part of curriculum. Now, NEP, SEC, and VEC gives you the flexibility to introduce AI as a part of curriculum. Every semester, irrespective of what they are learning, you should introduce one subject of AI. Whether I'm doing a BBA, I'm doing a BCA, for example, MBA. I at least want now product design, UI, UX, product management as a part of curriculum. That's how the MBAs will be getting employment. So introducing tech as a part of process. Second part, when I talk about tech as a part of process, start from learning, it should be inculcated to the whole ecosystem. Now, what we wanted to create for universities and colleges was a digital, phygital, and cross-platform ecosystem where the ethos of the university is exactly digital. So our vision is why you work with Coursera when you can build your own Coursera. You have faculties, you have team, you have infra, you take your universities global. So the thought process was the university platform belongs to us rather than the third company having the kill switch. You have the kill switch. The IP belongs to you. You have your own OS, own web platform, own LMS, own ecosystem, and then probably you can decide whether you want to keep data on a local server that is E2E or AWS or Gemini or cloud. That flexibility should be in terms of architecture with us, like the way enterprises does. That is how you have, the distribution should belong to you. Every student who comes to the app should come to your app because that is your ethos, that is your digital replica. It might take time, but yes, that is a long-term vision should be like. So what we built for campuses was an end-to-end ecosystem where everything belongs on Play Store to you. That's the first part. The second, it should take care of 5 aspects. The first is smart classroom delivery. The second is universal access. The third is most important, virtual labs. The fourth, job readiness. And the last, smart campus experience. So when I talk about classroom delivery, we have smart panels, but we don't have content which teachers are comfortable to use. So probably we should have content that is created by generative AI. We can choose which generative AI we have to use, whether we have to use GPT, whether we have to use Gemini. We should have the flexibility to change the generative AI we are using. Then our virtual labs, where we have real-time simulations of whatever we are learning. So rather than just theoretical learning, they are actually doing practical learnings. Then 3D models, now AI will help you create all 3D models which can be inculcated in classroom learnings. The last, dashboard analytics. Nobody talks about daily active users, monthly active users, whether students are genuinely learning into that platform. Then you have a whole web platform, hybrid software, your research assistant, your placement-specific preparation. You can prepare through AI agents, through AI avatars, one-on-one learning through AI interviews. Then your resumes, certification, then showing at admission something tangible, where we have humanoids that are built in India, we have manufacturing processes, kiosks that are made in India, the whole ecosystem. That's how an AI-enabled campus truly looks like. And then you have other things like smart library, canteens, processes. The second part, most important, which we started 4 years back, I personally believe when all top leaders come from India, we should build global products. And our, especially BTechs, Bachelors of Technologies, are at par with Ivy Leagues. We have to go global as a university. As a university, you should have a campus in Africa, Australia, Southeast Asia, and probably US as well. That should be the vision we should have. So what we did, a case study 4 years back, now we are having 8 campuses. Honorable Chandran sir and Dani sir gave me the thought to run a computer science program with top-notch faculties from IITs, IIM delivering, and we wanted to change the way courses delivered. So rather than having a traditional placement cell, from first year, students are doing internships. And I will tell you about when I implemented all the things which I have told you in terms of technology in the campus, we had 30 parents first year supporting us. This I'll finish it. 400 second year, 800, highest organic without any agent support, without our first batch being out. That is the power of education. My CEO is out there, Mayank. I invited him from London. Probably he can talk to him about, I see this more as a mentor, where I want us to be global export of education. We should not import and we should export. That's all. Thank you.